Hey everyone out there in YouTube land, it's me, the Solitary Cooker, and you're finding me on a very blue, sad Tuesday morning. The day before the 4th of July, my dog stopped eating. Took her to the vet, they couldn't figure it out, they ran, they did what they could, they did blood, Next couple of days she still wasn't eating, took her back to the vet, did IVs, took more blood. She was acting like a normal dog except for the fact that she just wasn't eating. And nobody could figure it out. Nobody could tell me why she wasn't eating and what was wrong with her. And of course I live out here in the sticks where there's no specialist, so I had to drive 4 hours north and go to the place where she was when she was in a car accident. And I drove up there Sunday night, and I dropped her off, Sunday night, and I stayed at a hotel Sunday night, and I saw her Monday morning, and Monday night she died. My poor dog. It was the one that was, had one eye removed and was blind in the other eye. My poor Suki. They couldn't help her. They kept telling me it was salmonella poisoning, and I said, no, she didn't eat any salmon. She hasn't eaten anything. But they thought some bacteria got into her bloodstream, and she became septic, and they couldn't keep her pressure up, and she had bloody diarrhea, and she was bleeding pretty much out. And she arrested, and she died. I feel so bad because I could have gotten her up there sooner. I could have taken her to the specialist sooner, but I can't do that now because it's already done. She's already gone. So I'm gonna have her cremated, and I'm gonna have her ashes mailed to me. Because I'm not driving all the way back up there 4 hours on a windy 40-mile-an-hour road just to pick up her ashes and come all the way back down again. It would just be an awful trip for me. I wasn't ready to let her go. She was my baby. And she was a pain in the butt, but I loved her. Anyway. This is just what I'm dealing with now, I mean, you keep going because there's nothing else to do. It's like what Tom Hanks said when he lost his wife in Sleepless in Seattle. He says, I'm going to breathe in and out every day. That's what you do. You just keep going. But I wish I had been there when she died. She died not having anyone she knew around her. And when I said goodbye to her, I kissed her goodbye, on her head, but the vet was holding her, and it wouldn't have been our goodbye kiss if I had known it was goodbye for the last time. I would have kissed her on her nose like I always do when she's special. I just wasn't ready to let her go. She was 8 years old. And I wanted a lot of years with her. I wanted a lot more years with her being a total pain in the butt. I used to say to my other dog, me and you, Sadie, me and you. When Suki was being a pain in the butt, I'd be like, me and you, Sadie. Well, now it is me and Sadie. Here's something interesting you might find. And first that, here's something you might find interesting. I had to put a bell on Sadie's collar. Since Suki was pretty blind, it helped Suki know where Sadie was, like, in relative to anything else. Oh, there's that bell. Okay, that's where she is. She's on the right side of me. And I started to take the bell off last night. I took Sadie's collar off, and I started to take the bell off, and it was kind of hard because I had done like a slip knot. I kind of tied it through itself. And my dear Sadie, she started acting really strangely. Like she was, every time I tried to take the bell off, she would come into my lap, like she'd paw at my leg and she'd dig her nose into my lap and she'd sit as close up to me as she could. She did not want me to take the bell off. And, you know, I don't care what you say about God or whatever, but I think she knew. I think she knew that Suki wasn't coming back. And she didn't want me to take the bell off. So, I don't know. I've been trying to keep myself, you know, from getting too sad, because there's nothing I could do. You know, I loved my dog. I did everything I could for her, you know. I was a good dog mama. But I've been thinking about all the great things about her, our special, you know, like the way I would rub her back and she'd flip over and expose her tummy to me, and I'd rub her tummy and she'd stretch her legs out, and the way she gave me special love, you know, the way she played her little tail. I don't know who's going to want to watch this video. Oh, right. Marijuana. Needless to say, I broke my cleanse. But, actually, I had already broken it before that. I had broken it when she started getting sick. I know. I'm gonna go back on my cleanse again. And I feel wrong that every time something happens in my life, I fall back on smoking marijuana to help me get through it. But I did. I walked into the dispensary and I said, my dog just died. I need some happy. And so she recommended this, and I think it's called Strawberry Kush or something like that. I don't know. I mean, frankly, it's all kind of stupid if you think about it. The different names that they have for marijuana, you know. I mean, hey, who wouldn't want to smoke Sunshine High? But I just, you know, all these names, bubblegum and headbands and AK-47 and all these stupid names to make their marijuana sound cool, or their strain, you know, oh, this strain is more important than that strain and more special, and, you know, you want to buy this strain because it's got a funky name, you know. It's just so stupid. But you know what, I tell myself that it really just doesn't matter. You know, when it comes down to it, our lives are really very, very small. And our problems are really very, very small compared to the problems of the world. You know. Anyway, there's my bowl. Cheers. Poor Suki. She had bloody diarrhea. She had blood in her intestines. She had blood in her lungs. Poor thing just couldn't go on anymore. what are you gonna do? You know, there's nothing to do. I'm sad that my dog is dead and that I didn't give her a proper goodbye. But what can you do? You know? You cry and you cry and you cry again, and it's a release. Crying is just as important as laughing. It's a release. So I'll have her ashes FedEx to me, and they'll sit up on my mantle next to the ashes of my dead cat that I put down almost 4 years ago. Alright, well, peace, love, Ganja.